you go, people. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just counted them. 6-legged, fire-breathing dogs. We've got cats in the studio. They weren't happy. They complained. All right. Everyone else loved it, but the cats have all gone now. It was like that. It was like a funky rock and roll track. And those screeching dog notes that you put in there. That's what scared the cats away. How do you get those screechy notes in there, Greg?
Well, that's kind of that tune was kind of a nod to Roy Buchanan, doing various Telecaster molestations with pinch harmonics and behind the nut squeals on the G string and just all manner of sonic malfeasance. But the 6-legged fire-breathing dog, we came up with that actually when we were touring over here last year in Deutschland. We showed up at this particular club and I came up with that riff and we were playing it. And we were trying to figure out a name, and we were going through Italy, and there's all these gas stations. I think it's the IMI gas station, M-I-E-M-I.
Yes.
And they have this creature on their sign that looks like a 6-legged fire-breathing dog. So I was like, well, there we go. That's the name of it.
Wait a minute. Let's just work this out. Okay, so dogs have 4 legs, generally. Okay, right. So 5 with a tail. So what do you think the other one could be hanging down?
Perhaps it's its proud totem.
Geez, I think it possibly is. I think it was pleased to see you. Would you like to fill up the car with some of this? No, thank you. I think probably was. Sorry, we digress. Look, fantastic track. Where was it recorded, Greg?
Well, what we did is we got done touring. We went on this month-long tour summer before last, so that would have been the summer of 2023. Woo-hoo. And got back from, as I said, we were out in the Pacific Northwest, up in Canada, California, yada yada, for about a month. And then on the way back, we were going back through Minneapolis, which is where Toby lives, the organ player. And on the way there, we had discussed maybe just going into the studio where he had recorded some stuff. And Toby used to work on this farm. So the guy that runs the farm is a musician and a guitar player and a recording engineer, and he has a studio. And he said, hey, why don't you guys just come in here and play some tunes? The thing we want to do is just play some tunes live in the studio. And so that's what we did. So those tunes were just done bing, bang, boom, live, no overdubs, just, let the good times roll. And we loved it. It was just kind of raw and extemporaneous, as the kids say. Actually, I don't think the kids say that, but
no, it's more than 4 letters, so there's no way they say that.
Exactly. So we recorded those two, especially because we wanted to get that. We do that Zeppelin cover of "Since I've Been Loving You," and people always go up to the merch table and say, "Hey, you got that tune available?" And like, "No, we don't." So we just wanted to do as we do it live, just play it, just the 3 pieces, screaming like banshees in heat. And that's what we did, and I think it turned out pretty good. It's always interesting. Once I record stuff, we listen to it intently at the time, make sure everything's cool, and then I just don't listen to it forever. And then every now and again, like when I was sending you that track, I listened to it, I was like, oh, okay. It's just weird. It's just weird listening to. I kind of have to listen to stuff by accident from my back catalog to think, yeah, it sounds pretty good. What is that? And I'm like, oh, it's me. It sucks. You know what I mean? So it's very. Once I'm done with it, I tend not to want to listen to it again. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I'm horrible. But I think this one's pretty good. It is kind of what it is. My whole thing with recording is that when especially, I like to keep it as live and as just absolutely examined as possible. You want to just basically get the performance down and make sure the spirit is there. And if there's a few kerfuffles here and there, well, that was what was meant to happen. So I like to leave all that stuff in because, then you don't look back going, oh my God, I could have done this. And it's like, no, that's just what happened that day. And that's what was meant to be. And some people might think that as a cop out, but those people are fools.
Idiots, aren't they? Fools.
So
I've none of that, man, in this radio station.
It's a fun little record.
Too right. And you mentioned a Led Zeppelin track, one of my favorite Led Zeppelin tracks ever, Since I've Been Loving You, which you did. And I've seen you play it live. I've not heard it off the album yet. So I'm going to stick it on now. Yes. I love this track. And we'll come back after this.